guys, welcome back. Today we'll be looking at the Eachine EX5 Mini, which is a low-cost alternative to the DJI Mavic Mini. Now, the version that was provided to me didn't come with a storage bag, but it does include 2 extra batteries. That's pretty much more than enough for flying this quad, which is supposed to give you a flight time of 30 minutes. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So this is what it looks like inside of the box. And here is everything that comes included inside of the box. It comes with a user manual, the remote controller, which has a template cover showing you the basic button functions and operations of the controller. It also comes with a small box that contains 2 extra propellers with screws, 1 miniature Phillips head screwdriver, and a USB cord for charging the batteries. Now, looking at the drone, we see that it looks a lot like the Mavic Mini in design. I have held the Mavic Mini in my hand before, so I can tell you that the EX5 is definitely a tad thicker, but it's still quite similar in appearance and size. Now, when it comes to weight, the EX5 is actually a few grams lighter and is listed at 222 grams. But I'm going to go ahead and place it on a scale to see what the actual weight is. Alright, so let's unfold it to get a better visual of it. On the front it has 2 blue LED light indicators, and on both front arms there's 2 cool looking stickers that make it more appealing to the eye. And on the back arms there's 2 red LED light indicators as well. Now, the drone shell and casing material is quite similar to the Eachine E520S in texture. It feels like a rubber type coated finish, which I like. It makes it feel less toy grade, even though it does fall under the toy grade category. The camera unfortunately does not have a 3-axis gimbal, nor does it have EIS, electronic image stabilization, or any type of vibration dampeners. So basically you're going to get jerky video when filming with it, especially if there's wind. The camera can also be tilted up and down electronically via the remote or app, and the video is recorded in an interpolated 4K, which means that it's translated or upscaled to a larger size to mimic 4K. But you can still take photos in actual 4K resolution. Now, the only downside is that it doesn't have an SD card slot to record the video onto, and the video is recorded directly to your phone, which doesn't always give you the best video quality. So that's something you want to consider before buying it. As for the image transmission range, the one that was sent to me is the 200-meter version with the 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi option. But there is another version that has a transmission range of 1,000 meters, and you can choose either the 2.4 or 5.8 option. But don't expect to get DJI OcuSync ranges from it. Again, it's a toy grade. The motors are 1406 brushless motors, and they do have a good amount of power to them, very similar to the ZLRC SG108, which is another mini clone that I've featured recently on the channel. On the back is the battery bay, and it opens similar to how the Mavic Mini's battery door opens. But this one feels a bit plasticky and toyish in quality, so you might want to be careful when opening and closing it. The battery itself can be removed by pressing down on this button like this to unlatch it. And the battery is a lithium polymer with the 7.4 volt 2200 milliamp power. That's supposed to, again, give you 30-minute flight time, but I'm thinking more like 25 or so. Now, on the bottom, it has a grill with small holes for ventilation and an optical flow lens for altitude hold positioning. The controller is pretty basic and looks the same as the one that came with the Eachine E520S, with the exception of some minor changes that they've made to it, which, by the way, was the first drone that I started the channel with a year ago. Now, the antennas are not real antennas, and they're just for looks. though it does have an internal antenna inside. These sticks are spring-loaded, and they do feel better than the ones on the E520S. So let's go through these buttons real quick. Here in the middle is the on and off switch. This is the headless mode. This is the one key takeoff. This one is the one key return. Over here you have the compass calibration button. And these are the camera's up and down buttons. On the top is the speed adjustment, the orbit mode, and on the left is the photo and the video button. And these here are your power indicator lights. The controller does require 4 AAA batteries, which are not included. To turn it on, you press the button for 2 to 3 seconds until you see the front and back lights blinking. Turn on the remote and it will automatically pair to the drone. When paired, the front blue lights will stop blinking. To manually arm the motors, you slide both joysticks like this. To connect to the app, first you want to make sure that you allow all app permissions on your phone. Now open your Wi-Fi settings and connect to the drone's Wi-Fi. Once connected, you can now open the Eachine Pro app. If you haven't calibrated the drone's compass, you'll be prompted to do so. If you have, then skip it. Now let's go through all of the basic app functions. Here is the Optical Flow lens button. The camera button, the video button, the camera up and down buttons. Here is your intelligent flight modes like waypoints, follow me, and orbit. This here is the MV mode and your digital zoom button. This is the one key return, your one key takeoff. This is the virtual reality mode for goggles, and your photo and video folder. And over here, this wheel is for your overall settings for the joystick, parameters, maps, and other. This is your battery voltage level, the Wi-Fi signal, and all of your telemetry. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please do add a like to it, and also feel free to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notify bell as well, so that you'll know when I upload any new videos in the future. Alright, see you on the next one.